Why is it harder to start a diesel when it's cold outside? Well, the reason is because the diesel engine doesn't have spark plugs. It's funny because today and yesterday were the only days where it's ever going to be 40 degrees in Florida, specifically where I live in SoFlo. So everyone with a diesel truck is having issues starting their trucks and cars, including me. So since you don't have a spark plug, how are you getting the diesel actually, combusted? It's actually super simple. When the crankshaft rotates and you start the car, it builds compression, and the engine relies on that compression in order to build up heat. Diesels tend to be very high compression engines. That's actually why they make that clacking noise at idle. And that generates a lot of heat, which in turn gets your diesel going. The longer you let the car sing on the starter and the more rotations you get with the crankshaft, the more heat you generate. But here's the thing, the cold already saps the battery a good amount, which decreases your potential to actually spin the starter at full capacity. And when you sit on the starter, you drain the battery as well. That's why diesels either have glow plugs for the most part, or they have something called a grid heater. In my 12 valve, the grid heater actually warms the cooling air that's about to be charged into the engine, making it a lot easier to actually combust the diesel. And in the Mercedes, in each cylinder, you have glow plugs. That's exactly why you're supposed to put the car in accessory mode first, wait for the glow plug signal to go away, and then you're ready to start. Think of the glow plug like a coil that sits in the cylinder, heats up, and allows for the diesel to get the car going. Now, the reason why a lot of diesels struggle in cold weather is because either or glow plugs or the grid heater aren't currently working, and that just makes it a lot more difficult in order to start them up. I'll say this and I'll repeat it again, if your diesel truck is set up properly, you'll have no problem starting it in the cold. I've got a friend with a 1000 horsepower 12 valve and it starts up immediately in 20-degree weather or less. And the reason why this car right here struggles to start in the cold is because, well, it never gets cold in South Florida, maybe about a week out of the entire year, so I never bothered to fix the glow plugs. I think only one of the cylinders actually has a functioning glow plug, but if you live in the cold, it's a necessity, and you wouldn't have any issue starting up if they were all working.